Day 10 of Storytime with Robert Williams. Marvel's Avengers Made in Magic. In Greenwich Village in New York City, Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch were practicing their magic at the Sanctorum. Doctor Strange in childhood home. Scarlet Witch had asked him to help her practice her spells, and her hex bolts were growing stronger and stronger. She gathered energy in her hands and, to practicing, Doctor Strange dived to the side. Even with the help of the cloak of levitation, he was barely able to fly out of the way fast enough. The hex bolt exploded and his desk burst into flames. You're getting better, Doctor Strange told her. All that power will come in handy one of these days. Thank you, Scarlet Witch replied. Although I think we should be done with practice for the day. How about a coffee? It's on me. As they walked towards the front door, Doctor Strange slightly conjured a water spell. The flames on his desk were quickly snuffed out. After you, Doctor Strange wondered. The crisp autumn air was a thirsting Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch noticed as they stepped outside. Strange's magical protected home. The second thing they noticed that was every single person on the street was frozen in place. That's not exactly what you want to see, said Doctor Strange. Scarlet Witch didn't answer. Doctor Strange looked over at his fellow Avenger. Scarlet Witch stood motionless. Her mouth hung slightly open. Her eyes wide open, she didn't blink. It was as if she was in a trance. Suddenly, Doctor Strange felt a wave of terror rush over him. He couldn't move either. Everyone else frozen, and then two getting frozen. High above New York City, thunder boomed, lightning flashed. The sky itself was tearing over to take the shape of a doorway. A figure flew through its opening. Doctor Strange recognized the figure instantly as one of his old foes, the ruler of the dark dimension, the one and most powerful sorcerer to ever live. Dormammu? What the fuck? That was that name. As soon as you set foot outside your fabled sanctum, whatever, the spell took hold. You were the last two on the planet to fall under the sway of my memory spell. Then, Doctor Strange was not listening to the words of his old enemy. Thingy's spell had taken hold of him. Strange's mind was somewhere else. He was in the past, trapped in a memory. In years ago, back when Stephen Strange was a successful surgeon, all the money and success and praise had gone to his head. One night, whilst in his car, he was driving much too fast on the road and too many turns. Doctor Strange's car shot off the cliff. There was a crash and an explosion, and there his world went black. In his memory, Stephen Strange woke up to find that his days of being a surgeon were over. His hand had been damaged beyond repair. Doctor Strange is as a surgeon. But Doctor Strange refused to give up. He searched the world for a cure. What he found instead was something very different. What he discovered was quite simply magic. Doctor Strange looking for a cure. After meeting a sorcerer called Agent One, Strange realized that the only way to fix his life was to fix his hands. Wasn't to fix his hands. It was his attitude that needed work. His old life was over. It was time to think about others for a change. But before he could do anything at all, Doctor Strange was suddenly back in the hospital. He was a surgeon again. The memory spell was over. He was trapped in its repeating loop. Doctor Strange wasn't the only one stuck in her memory. Scarlet Witch was caught in the spell as well. In her mind, she was back on Wonder Mountain as a little girl named Wanda Maximoff. As she grew older, Wanda found she could tap into chaos magic and use powerful energy in bursts that she called hot hex bolts. Likewise, her twin brother Pietri discovered his own fantastic ability. He could move at super speed. Now, no matter how much they wanted to have a regular, ordinary life, Wanda and Pietri were destined to be different. Wanda and her brother adopted the name Quicksilver. Wanda and her brother, who adopted it, joined forces with a team of villains. Wanda and Quicksilver. When Scarlet Witch met the Avengers, she and her brother soon realized the error of their ways. The Avengers had also been gifted with special abilities, but they embraced those powers. She was inspired to be inspired by these heroes. But before she was able to remember what she became her smart Avenger herself, Wanda's thoughts looped back to Wanda Gorma, and she couldn't escape the spell. Back in the real world, Dormammu was pleased. He had Earth sorcerers exactly where he wanted them, and the dimension was finally his. But Dormammu didn't realize that the hero's magical abilities were telling them that it wasn't real. And fight with the Avengers, and then stuck still. An explosion of white-hot magic ripped through the air, knocked him off his feet. The two heroes had managed to release themselves from the memory loop and were fighting back. Scarlet Witch fired a hex spot at the villain before he realized what was happening. As she pushed him back, Doctor Strange opened a portal to a prison dimension behind him. Goodbye now, Scarlet Witch said before he disappeared. She shot another fiery hex bolt at him. It was her strongest yet. The evil sorcerer was forced backwards into the dimension and vanished. All along the street, people awoke from the trance. They shook their heads and without a circle continued on with their days as if nothing had happened. Scarlet Witch laughed and said, "So, same time tomorrow?" "Of course," Doctor Strange replied. "That's to get coffee before practice tomorrow." Scarlet looked forward to it. Then above the city.